Good morning, Ravens. Today we're going to talk about how we turn in our devices. So your teacher has given everyone their own Ziploc bag. So if you'll go ahead and take your sheet out of the bag, we're going to go ahead and talk through what goes on this sheet. So this is what your iPad check-in sheet looks like. As you can see, there are a few things that have been filled out for you already, and we're just going to ask for your help to fill out these 3 rows that are in gray. First of all, your Apple ID username, for most people will be the same as their school email. However, for some, it is different. So there's room right here for you to correctly and carefully write what your Apple ID username is if it is not the same as your school email. The next row asks for your Apple ID password, so please write clearly and legibly and make sure that you include the capital letter and you make that clear what your capital letter is in your password. The next question is if you would circle what type of iPad you have. There are 3 types here at the STEM Academy, and we need your help to know which one you have. The first type is an iPad 2, which you can tell by looking at the charging port at the bottom of the iPad if it is a long and narrow port. And here's a picture of what it looks like. The next type is the iPad 4. The iPad 4 looks the same as an iPad 2. However, the charging port on it is different. It's smaller than the iPad 2, and it's called a lightning port. And here's a picture of what that looks like. And then the third type is an iPad Air. The iPad Air's screen is a good deal smaller than the 2 or 4, and also it has a lightning port, charging port, the same as an iPad 4 would as well. And here is a picture of what that looks like. The next thing we need your help to fill out is your serial number of the device that you have. We just want to make sure that we don't get them mixed up in some rare case. So if your case blocks the back where the serial number is located, you can also find your serial number by going to the Settings app, going to General, touching the word About, and the serial number will be listed right there. Now we're going to go through how we sign out of iCloud and reset all content and settings for our iPads. So if everyone would please go into Settings, scroll down on this side to the iCloud tab, make sure that you are signed out of iCloud. Please sign out of iCloud. This is very important because if your Apple ID is still in iCloud, then you will have locked this device and the school cannot issue it to anyone else. So please make sure that everyone is signed out of iCloud. You might have to scroll to the bottom of this side to be able to see sign out in red letters. If you see this screen where it's blank and no one is signed in, this is what you need to see. So please, I cannot say it enough times to make sure that everyone signs out of iCloud. After you successfully sign out of iCloud, then you will choose over here on the left side, General. You will scroll down to the bottom of the screen where it says Reset. You will choose that. You will choose Erase All Content and Settings. And then you will put in your passcode. There are several questions that it will ask you. Make sure that you choose Erase and Erase. If you are still signed into iCloud, it might ask you for that password. Once you have successfully reset all content and settings, this is what your iPad will look like. It'll take you to the gray hello screen. You will then take your iPad out of its case. If it's a school case, you will place it inside the plastic bag And if it's a personal case, you can take it home with you. Now, the same thing goes for chargers. If it's a school charger and block, then you'll put it into your bag. But if it's personal, then you can simply take it home with you. You will now turn off your iPad by pressing the power button at the top and sliding your finger to completely power off. You will put your school-owned case, school-owned charger, if applicable, and your turned off iPad, and your sheet of paper for your final iPad check-in sheet. You'll put that all inside the plastic bag and hand it in to your teacher. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a great summer.